first of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining us. I guess there will be more people coming along the way, but we have a lot of things to do, so I guess it's better to start. Like I said, we are streaming live as well. If you want to share on your Facebook pages the events, other people can see the class. Today, I prepared a little program for you. We have several things to do, and the whole class is in reality kind of a presentation of a course that I will do in February. And you can see on the blackboard different dates. You have flyers, so you have all the information. In case you are interested in one of the four themes that we'll talk about today, afterwards you can let me know. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Carlo. I'm Italian. Sorry, I've been living in Bangkok for more than 3 years. I'm a designer. I'm a professor. Actually, today this is my third class. I already had 2 classes today for my IT Service Design College here at Bangkok. One of my students is over there, actually. I'm a designer, so for my job, I actually always try to find new ways to express myself, be creative. In fact, how to stay creative, I don't know if some of you have know about this. Was last year I did this class once a month, and then I decided to get more involved and to do more classes, to offer more classes to people. So let me explain a little bit the idea behind what I call the Life Design series. Well, my idea is that life is a process, and it's a never-ending process. Well, at some point it actually ends, but until then, I think as people, we are constantly growing and changing and moving in different directions. And as a designer, I know very well that when you have a process, you can also work on it. And for my training course as a designer, tells me that every problem you have is in reality a challenge. So I have a completely different perspective on problems. And I figured, well, if life is a process, then you can be designed and you can be managed. And if you can be designed and managed, I know something about it, and maybe I can help people to improve themselves, improve their lives, and reach their goals, hopefully. So I asked myself, what can I teach people to get there? Today, we're going to talk about 4 topics that you can see, and all of them have pretty much the same goal. They all will try to help you be better at your life, managing your life, designing your life, and doing the things that you want to do. So every topic we will talk about, I will not explain much, I will not talk much. You will be very much involved because you have to participate, you have to do a lot of activities. I have to be honest, I prepared a lot of activities that I've never done before. So you will have to test it out for me and see what happens. I always like to introduce things that I've never done before, just to see. Actually, one idea I just had yesterday, and I'm very excited to see what happens today. That's a little bit of everything, okay? There's a little bit of drawing. Don't be scared. There's no judging here, no right or wrong. There's a little bit of acting. There's a little bit of teamwork. You will work on your own things as well. You will see. It's going to be fun. So, everybody has some paper, notebooks, pen. If you don't, please.
Anybody need?
Tell us now so we can give you whatever you need. Oh, you need a pen?
Hey.
Okay.
I was cutting the strawberry with that.
So the rest of the tools will be provided. We have everything here. So don't worry about that. Now, where do we start? We start with the first class I will teach in February is called a notebook for your life. Now, I'd like to ask you, how many of you have or use a notebook or a sketchbook like every day or every week or like in your normal life? Raise your hands, please. Oh, well, 50% more or less. Now, well, for me, the sketchbook, the notebook is extremely important because I started using when I was very, very young and I never really stopped. I call my notebook an extension of my brain, of my mind, because without it, I feel a little bit lost. And I figured, especially teaching, and I mean a lot of students, I realized that everybody in reality should have a notebook because it's a very important tool, and you can actually benefit a lot if you use a notebook. So I created this class to kind of teach people to get in touch with it, understand what can you do with it. By the way, what can we do with a notebook? Give me some examples. Make a list, yes. Draw. Anything else? Sorry?
I usually download it.
Yes. So planning. What else? Can we do with a notebook?
Writing down the thought.
Sorry?
Writing down the thought.
Yes. Anything else? Poems, yes, you can write poems. Okay. Well, there is one thing that I think you can do with your notebook, and we're going to do a little exercise now. That's okay. Basically, one thing you can do with your notebook is obviously to record your life, to have a memory of your life. I'm not talking about a diary, okay? I think one reason why you should have a notebook is a notebook can be extremely useful to visualize things. My idea is that we spend so much time in our head, and it can get a little bit messy. And a notebook can be extremely useful to clear up things, to have a more focused life. So the first game we're going to do is kind of personal. So if you want to share it, you can share it. If you don't want to, it's all right. No pressure, obviously. So let me explain to you what you have to do. So please use one page of your, if you have a big one, you can just draw a little frame. So what I want you to do is to visualize and represent on paper one event or something that happened to you, something important that happened to you recently. It can be anything. It can be good or bad. It can be silly. It doesn't really matter what it is. But I want you to represent it on paper. You have to visualize it. Don't use words, just draw it. Okay? Just draw it, and basically you are, in a way, taking a picture of something that happened to you in your life. So it's nothing, it has to be personal, okay? Something related to your life. Again, this is not a class about drawing, so don't worry about it. The whole point is to translate what you have in your head on paper. Because drawing is, I believe, understanding things. So it can really help you to do that. So please think for a moment about something that happened to you recently, something important that happened to you recently, and represent it on paper. It can be anything. There's no right or wrong. As long as it's part of your life, it's something personal.
You need a chair? Sure.
All these activities are for everybody. Okay? There's not really an age limit. We don't discriminate. Everybody can do these things. You don't need any sort of preparation. Please feel free to express yourself in the best way you can. And don't be shy about it. Use the whole page. The beauty about a notebook is that it's an empty space to be filled. I see, when I look at empty face it, I see possibilities, I see opportunities. It's not, for me at least, it's nice to open and do sketchbook. Like it smells of possibility. There is a follow-up to this game where you should show pictures to people and see if they can guess what it is. If they can figure out what is that happened to you. You can be as detailed as you like. There's no right or wrong. Yes. You have to draw something, an event or something important that happened recently to you in your life. It can be anything. Good or bad or something you care about. Like a friend of mine, I'm not saying who is in the room, just told me that she fell yesterday and she hurt herself. That could be an event that you want to visualize on paper. Yes. A land. It's forward. By the way, all the activities that we do today are not really only focused on what happens tonight. You can do these things at home whenever you want. You can actually, I don't know, try yourself that every week you will draw something that happened that week on your notebook and you keep record of your life in this way. It can be an interesting game. Good. Can I see? Is that a dog? You run into a dog. You have access to it. No. Of course, yeah, of course. As long as you understand what you're drawing, everything is fine. She must have a huge advantage of this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, are we done? I know you can go on forever with this, these activities. So, so this is just one little thing that you can do in during the class. We will do a lot of other games and exercises and activities to really make use of a sketchbook and notebook. Also to plan your life, to manage things, and again to record whatever happens to you. Now the second activity we will do today is again about drawing, but this is a little bit more. It's about something that probably doesn't come to mind when you think about a notebook. Well, a notebook I think can be very, very useful. Also, when you are a little bit stressed or you're a little bit down because you're tired or whatever, and you just want to put your mind off things, you want to just take a moment, take a break. And there's a game that I usually do. I teach drawing as well, and this is a little game that I do with my students, and they always enjoy it. And I always tell them this is a very good, if you're stressed, you can just sit down, on your own, just do this for a while, it will calm you down. It's a very, very simple thing to draw. It's kind of artistic as well. Again, this has nothing to do with being good at drawing at all. It's all about, we will talk about this when we talk about design your life. As grown up, when you grow up, one thing you don't really do much is to play. I define play as doing things where you don't have pressure, you don't really have to make anyone happy, including yourself. You don't have to reach a deadline or goal. You just do them for the sake of it. And this game is really something like that. So let me explain what you need to do. Well, probably some of you have heard of something called doodling. You know what doodling is? Yes? No? Maybe? All right, you're gonna do it now, anyways. So again, take some space on your page, on your notebook, and draw. You have to draw a curve, but it's a special one. So I'm just gonna draw one, improvising. Again, there's no right or wrong. Okay? That's a doodle, or at least the beginning of a doodle. Now, what you have to do is to draw a curve like this. Try to close it so you have a nice shape. As you probably noticed, because I crisscross this curve, I have different areas. What you need to do is to fill all different areas with different patterns and textures. You can come up with whatever idea you want. There is only one rule in this activity. You have to basically design a new pattern every time. You cannot use the same pattern twice. So every area has to have a different pattern. That's the only challenge of this game. Again, there's no right or wrong. You can come up with whichever pattern you want. If you have different pens and colors, you can also use them. Just play around. There's no right or wrong. Just relax. Start by drawing a curve. Of course, the more areas you create, the more challenging it becomes because you have to come out with more and more patterns. Remember, the only rule is that every area should have a different pattern. Make up your own patterns. Don't worry about if they're right or wrong. Just fill the areas in whichever way you want. Another interesting thing about doodles is that they are never finished. You can go on forever. You have to draw inside, like a pattern or a texture, anything you want, like a ball. or so on. You finish the pattern, you can keep editing things in whichever way you want. Again, you are not trying to achieve anything, you're not trying to do anything that makes sense actually. You just do it. That's it. And if you have time, you want to really do it well, go home, get a very big piece of paper, draw a very huge curve, and just go for it. Use different colors, different tools, you can paint on it, whatever. A curve. Well, I say a curve, but it's all right. You can go in whichever direction you want. If you want to have more geometric shapes, you can do crazy stuff. There's no right or wrong again. No. I mean, you can really do whatever you want. Again, the whole point is that you don't really have a specific goal when you Google. You're just drawing something. And as you can see, it has nothing to do with being good at drawing or being an artist. It's really not, that's not the point. I just gave you a little bit of information to guide you a little bit, but it's really up to you. I know she's using different colors. Yeah. Well, I have a question. Someone is using hearts inside as patterns. Anybody? There you go. Always, all the time. There's always someone putting hearts inside. Every single time. You. Someone is doodling already from time to time. Anybody? You doodle sometimes? You doodle too? Good. Please doodle. Doodle. I have time. All right, like I said, you can go on forever doodling. Now, so I know these were very short and fast exercises, but like I said, I covered as much as I can, as fast as I can. I just want to give you an idea, a taste of what we'll do later. The class is on the 5th of February, so in a couple of weeks. The first class for the life design series. Now, now that you are starting for the people that don't really use the notebooks that much in your daily life, now you are starting getting to know the notebook. I really hope that you will make a point and use a notebook in your life every day, if you can, for one reason or another. Find excuses to use a notebook, make lists, write down your priorities, mind maps. Find excuses to do so. I gave you just a couple of different things you can do. Of course, there's much more. Actually, we will keep using the notebook today to continue our activities. Now, let's move to the second part. The second class is called Designing Life. And obviously, when I designed this class, it was a little bit intimidating because it sounds like a big deal to design your life. But, like I said, as a designer, for me, it's quite. I always do this for a long time. First of all, because I love to write down things, plan things out, and I have a post-it on in my toilet that says, life should be managed, not solved. Which means to me that no matter what's going on in your life, at the end of the day, it comes down to managing things, no matter what's going on, no matter what problems you might have. So to do so, I always have this picture in my head, and my life is a little bit like a company, corporation. So in every corporation, you have departments, different structures, and you have to kind of manage all of them in the best way you can. So eventually, you will get goals or just improve yourself in one way or another. So I would like to try with you this activity that we're going to do now. It can take you hours, okay? So we have to kind of shorten it, and but I just want to give you an idea that later you can work on your time. So, like I said, imagine your life as if you're running a company, basically. And imagine that you have different departments. I came up with 4 departments, then you can add more if you want to, it's really up to you. So, what you can do on your notebook, you can draw something like this. So, I came up with 4 different departments. One is work, because work is a huge impact on your life. Then the second one is obviously health. And when I say health, I don't only mean physical health. I'm not talking about your body only. I'm also talking about mental health, which is, to me, equally important. And then the third one, I just call it relationships. Relationships, of course, I mean all the people that you really engage with in your daily life, from your colleagues, your family, your friends. This goes into the relationship department. And the last one I mentioned earlier is play. Now, this game is mostly about evaluating, assessing your life. The question is very simple. What's going on with all departments? Imagine you have a meeting like a monthly, at the beginning of the month, you have a meeting with all the people that work in different departments to assess what's going on. Do we have problems? Is there something we have to work on? How are we doing, basically? So instead of asking you how are you doing or how are you, I ask you to do this little analysis. Right now, you can just write 2 or 3 different things. How does it work? You have to write down statements. Don't be hard on yourself, okay? Take it easy. This is to understand what's going on, not to judge yourself or criticize yourself. So what you can do, for each department, write down how are you doing in your health department. What are you doing for your body? What are you doing for your mind? What are you doing for, you playing? You're weak. Are you doing something to play? Like I always try to find reasons to play. I always try to do some art every week, do some sports because sports is play. Because I don't have any goal when I play basketball, whatever. That's play for me. How are you doing at work? What is your work? How is it going? And to make things eventually, when you finish your list, okay, what you're going to do is to give you scores. You give yourself scores. Just like in a company, you would, assess and say, okay, we are really losing money here, right? It's the same thing with your whole life. The whole point of the scores, I'm just explaining to you how the whole thing works, then you can work at it, is that you can clearly see, when you finish it, in your own time, you can clearly see that there is something in your life you should work on. Like I know I have to work more on play, I have to work more on that, because that's too little in my life. And I know it's important. It's the whole reason to do this activity is to really take a good look at your life from a different perspective. So not just sit down in your head and criticize yourself about this or that. You're just assessing things and recognizing that you have something you can improve. What is it? And then of course the follow-up of this exercise is that you have to write down what do I have to do to fix this? What are the actions I can take? At least one thing I can do. That's the whole point. So right now you can write, 2 or 3 sentences to assess each department. So when you go home later, you remember what you need to do. It can take hours to do this, right? And my advice is that you do it every 3-4 months. You go back to it. Okay, what happened now? And you review it. And hopefully, the scores will start going up. Like I said, I'm proposing you 4 requirements, but you can break it down. Like this one can easily be broken down in 2. So there is the physical one and the mental health, which are equally important. You can break it down in whichever way, so I don't know how many departments you have in your life. I would add, at least for me, the travel department, which is extremely important to me. So this has to be managed very well. At least for me.
What is that your favorite travel?
But
Travel is under play or?
it can be, you're right, it could be included in the play, but for me it's such an important part of my life that it needs one department only to manage that. Relationship.
For people and for animals.
People and animals, you say? Alright, so people and animals. Okay. That's interesting. If you have, please, since we are talking about this, if you have suggestions of departments, what do you say? Okay, what can we add to these departments? There's no right or wrong, so whatever you say, all right.
I added rest,
Rest.
under health,
Okay, rest.
food also under health.
Food.
Food, nutrition, diet.
That's right. Food. Any other departments that you feel like adding, at least for your own life? What? Ah, okay. Long-term goal. What did you say?
Plans.
Plans?
I just made it true.
Well, it's interesting you say this because in the class I came up with this, I'll just explain to you quickly. I call it the compass. I think I told Carla about this. I made up this compass that is a series of things I have to do, regardless of what I'm doing, where I am, it doesn't really matter. And I break it down in things I have to do every day, things I have to do every week, every month, and every year. And I call it a compass because I think actionable things that I really have to do and give my time to, no matter what. Like I know that every month I need to read at least one book. That has to be there. Every day I have to take care of my food intake. So it's healthy, I'm not eating junk food, and so forth and so on. I know it sounds silly, but when you write it down, it just gives you a little bit of direction and structure to your life. That's why I call it the compass. And it's another game to the life, design your life series. Again, all these things are really personal, I know that. And as we just saw, everybody can come up with something, add something to it. My only goal is to just show you what you can do, what is out there that you can, the action you can actually take for your own life. And then the only problem is that when you finish the class, obviously, you have to kind of commit to take action. And remember, this is only for you, it's not really about anyone else but yourself. So it's a commitment you take with yourself. All right, so again, just giving you a little demo, you can finish this later. Oh my God, right. We have the acting now. All right, again, I completely made this up. I have no idea how this is going to work, but let's try. So, okay, this is going to be a little bit complicated. So, can you pass it around? Everyone has to pick one piece of paper, okay? Like I said, this thing works if you come up with something that you want to improve about yourself in your life, right? So what we're going to do now is to write a piece of paper. Do not write your name or anything. Write in clear letters so someone else has to read it. One thing, only one thing that you want to improve about yourself. It can be anything. Okay? Now, the game works like this. Every person has to come here and act on it, like as you believe it. You have to pick randomly one piece of paper, whatever is written there, you have to read it out loud, and everybody's going to shout, "Wonderful." We can go for a run test, okay? Okay, I'm going to say something that I want to improve about my life. So you have to shout, "Wonderful." You have a better word, Carol? You have the word?
Fantabulous.
Okay. Sorry, that came out. Okay, we can do a run test.
Wonderful.
All right, okay. Let's stick with wonderful. So I will say something I want to improve, and you will shout "Wonderful." Okay, ready? Eat less fried chicken.
Wonderful.
All right, so the idea is that I think the best way to do this is that we all stand up so we make it a little bit more emotion. Yes, the person has to come here and shout it out as you believe it. Even if it's not your thing anyways. But so write it down, please. One thing you want to improve by yourself.
You want to make a challenge and have it
No, no. And you can put it down here. Don't write your name. It's absolutely anonymous. It would be funny if you pick your own. That would be kind of funny. Anyone, no one will know anyways. You have it? You really have already something you want to do by your life? So I think the best way is that everybody stands up so we can make things a little bit more emotion. God, you will be the first. You're still thinking? Come on!
Nothing.
Are you all right? You have no idea. So I'm going to put it on the floor. So pick one and act on it as you believe it. So when you just go, you just come here, pick it, and go back. Shall we start? Please, thank you. Shut it out, shut it out.
Talking with family. Wonderful. Nine decades. Wonderful. Relax. Wonderful.
Work hard.
Wonderful.
Work hard. Fall in love.
Don't fall. Rise.
Come on, come on. Come on, pick one.
Be more patient.
Wonderful.
Offline.
Wonderful.
Self-love.
Wonderful.
That's myself.
I didn't. Be more honest.
Wonderful.
Next. Everybody. Swimming.
Wonderful.
Let's travel.
All right, so a couple more. Come on. Couple more, and then we move on.
Exercise more.
Wonderful.
Eat healthy.
Wonderful.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. All right. Thank you, everyone. Let's move. Can anyone tell me the time? 8. Okay, cooking works. Cooking works. Now, the third class will be. It's called Auto Stay Creative. This class is the one that inspired pretty much everything else. And I used to teach this class for my students for maybe a couple of years. I worked on complete course, like 7 or 9 classes on fertility. And one day with Carla, we decided to do a workshop. And I've been doing this last year, once a month. And now it's included, of course, in the Life is Like series, because I believe that everyone can benefit from being more creative, no matter what you do. And what really pisses me off is that people think that there's two kinds of people, the creative ones and everybody else, which I believe is nonsense, because creativity is part of being a human being. During the class, I explained where creativity comes from and how you can use it every day. And I give you a lot of advice on things you can do every day to stay creative, no matter what you do. Now, I can ask you, how creative do you think you are? Instead, we're going to do a little game. It's very fast, so please let's understand how it works. Okay? It's a creativity test. No pressure. No pressure. So, I need to do a little bit of layout. So please, you need a little bit of space to do this one, because you have to draw very quickly. And what you need to do is to fill in a rectangular area with 9 circles. Do your best to draw some circles, okay? 9 of them. This is just the preparation of the game. I need someone to, because I don't have a watch since I was 16. And because it's going to be very, very fast. We have like 30 seconds to do this game. So get ready. Now, the rules are very, very simple. You have 30 seconds to fill as many circles as possible. Wait, I need you to get ready, because when I say it, you're ready. Your brain is going to start thinking.
30 seconds?
Yes. So, get ready with your pen, pencil, whatever you have. Get ready to draw. The goal is this. You have 30 seconds to draw things that look like a circle or a ball. You follow me? So you have 30 seconds to draw as many as possible. By the way, you cannot draw the same things like 16 times. The circle is the base for you to draw something that looks like a ball or a circle, right? So the goal is to fill as many circles as possible, coming up with different things every time. So we're going to check after what we're going to draw. Okay? So are you ready, Carla?
I am ready, set, go.
Anything that looks like a ball or a circle. Anything rounded. Sorry, that's probably easier to explain. A round thing. The sun is rounded. A basketball. A plate.
Stop,
Okay, don't cheat, don't cheat.
stop.
All right, and now we have to check. This is the fun part. So, how many people have at least 3? 3, raise your hands. More than 3, sorry, you're right, more than 3. How many people have less than 3? Really? All right, so you are out of the game already. You didn't participate, so. More than 4. 4? Who has 4 at least? There are most of you people already. 5. Okay. 6. Oops, this one's off. 6. 7. 2, 3, 7, at least 7. You have 7? 8. 2 people left. 9. One per wait. That's the fun part of the game.
Okay.
Because you have to check. So you are the only one who has 9. So I must, as a judge, they're empty. They are empty. You didn't throw anything. No. You should have. You have to throw objects out round. So I'm sorry, you're out of the game. We had. You have 8. She has 8. Let's check. What did she draw? Can I see? Oh wow, that's a mess. Oh dear! Wow! It took me half an hour to find it.
But you did it, you found it.
What is the first one? We're supposed to do an egg. Wait, second one? Okay. Third one? Tennis ball.
Wow. Just one.
This one is pizza. No.
No,
Wheel, this one. Okay, the sun, the clock, the smile.
and
Okay. Drawing small maybe helps. Let's give her. Alright. So, don't worry, for the people that have, like Sarah and the people that have less than 3, this game is not, we are not saying that you're not creative, okay? But it's a fun game to do, to break the ice. Actually, doing the how to stay creative, I don't do this game at all. But because we didn't have much time today, I just was like, okay, let's do this, just fun. Now, oh yeah, all right. So the next one, the next game, is actually quite useful, not only to test your creativity, but it's also because it gives you an opportunity to look at things, everyday things, in a different way. One of the things that we discussed during the class is that to be creative, you have to shift your perspective of things. So in other words, you have to stop looking at things for what they are and start looking at things for what they can be. So for their potential. I'll give you an example. How many of you have at home something, objects, any kind of object that is like sitting there for months, maybe years, and you haven't touched or used it for a long while? How many of you have these kind of things at home? I assume most of you. Most of you. Now, this game can be extremely useful, and actually, she should appreciate it very much. Yeah. This game is all about reusing things. It's true. So, this game is very simple. We have to form little teams, so you can brainstorm and talk to other people about it. Well, we have a lot of people, so we can do like 4 people per team, I guess. Well, you can do bigger teams if you are sitting around the same table. But more people means that you should get more ideas in theory. So 4 people. So here is the thing. Everybody, can I have your card, please? Don't worry, I'm not going to break it. Now, long time ago, I declared that the most useful item that you should have when you travel is a scarf. To prove that, I started making a list of all the things you can do with a scarf. That's exactly what you have to do now. Of course, the goal is to come up with as many alternative uses you can come up with. So stop looking at a scarf as a scarf and look at things you can actually do with a scarf. It can be something extreme, exceptional. It can be anything, I don't care. As long as it makes sense that you can actually So what? It's fine. So every team has to come up with as many ideas as possible. Usually it's better if one person is writing down the list and the other people throw ideas. Go. Start. Please also count them, okay? Because I'm going to call numbers. So we will see what is the team that has the most in the list. Are you enjoying your turn? She's having fun, guys. Fine. Please count them. Count them. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Over. Every team, please count how many do you have in the list. No, I cannot. I'm not working. How many do you have in the list? 29. Guys? 23. 23. 24. 31. 21. So, obviously, I have the list. 4, you are 6. So it's only natural that you should have more ideas. Just let's go through them. A handle, a dress, a blanket. You brought a scarf. Alternative uses. So this is not, doesn't count. Towel, bag, a top, a skirt, a petros. What's a petros? Umbrella. A sling. Eye patch, big one. Belt. Tent, rubber coat. Coffee filter. Blindfold. A picnic blanket, a toy. Yoga mat. Of course, I guess many of you have similar ones. A weapon. Okay, proceed my divider. A what? A nappy, a fishing net, a curtain, a tablecloth, a pillow, a bed. What's a bed? Okay. You were a bra. Yes. A sail. Okay. A canvas. But you are 6 people. Now, I would like to ask you if you have some items in your list that's kind of extreme or weird, it would be fun to listen to what we have there. Dog leash. Okay.
Yeah, we did that dog.
You have dog leash as well? Very popular nowadays. Okay. Anyone else something weird? A turban, of course. Suicide. Flag. What else do we have? Handcuff, definitely. That's why I use the scarf usually. What else do we have? Bandage, yes. Decoration, sure. We can fairly say that across everybody here, if we really make a list of all of the items, we can easily go beyond 100 different ways to use a scarf. So you just proved my point, basically. Now, this game is basically trying to teach you that one thing that we don't do much, usually, is to stop looking at things for what they are and look at what they can do and have attention. So when you go home, this is a good game. You can actually, you can just borrow it and just give it to you. You can tell people to go home, collect all the stuff that they don't really use much. They're just they're sitting, and make this game. Just make a list of all the things you can do with it, and make use of it. Can be a game. Can be useful. Now, let's find it. Right. Where are we? So, well, there's a lot of other games about how to stay creative. And I would like, before we move on to the last part, I just would like to suggest you one thing that I always suggest to all my friends at the beginning of every year. Some of you know this already. I call it the 12 months challenge. And how it works is extremely simple. Every month, you have to push yourself to find excuses or just say yes if someone asks you to do things that you've never done before. It's extremely simple. Every month, make a point that you have to try something new. You have to do something different that you've never done before. The only request is that you have to keep a list of it. It's a game that I do for a few years already, and I guarantee you it's extremely nice because now I have to say yes every time it asks me something I've never done before, even if I don't like it. I'm like, oh, I have to do it because of the challenge now. So I have to say yes. 12 months challenge. Now I'm trying to do the 52 weeks challenge, which gets a little bit difficult. But please, this is another little game to keep creativity in your life because course, one thing that makes you more creative is to expose yourself to new things and see what happens. So this little game can help you a lot. And keep a list of it because at the end of the year, right, no matter what happened in that year, you can look back at the list and say, well, at least I made these 12 things that I never done before. And you feel proud of yourself. Anyways, moving on. So the 12-month challenge, please do it. We are still in January. So you still have a few days to do the first one, and then move on to February. You have a month to do something. It can be anything. It can be trying some food you never tried before, traveling somewhere you never did before, joining this class would be one of them. Actually, yeah. Not everybody. For you, it doesn't count. So you still have to do something. All right, so where are we? So this is the last part. Oh, I think it's talking before. The last part was, at least for me, the most challenging one. It still is, because I'm still working on it. I wrote the class, I know what I want to do, but I still feel like there's much more to it. Now, I know probably the last one is the less obvious, probably, to most people. Why do you want to produce one class per yourself? Well, I have this thing that I think that everybody should be more in touch with himself or herself. For the simple reason is that when who you are and what you do with your life, when these two things are aligned, in some ways, they are balanced, you should be happy about yourself, about what you do. And sometimes I have a feeling that, at least for myself, and I see also my friends and family, I can see that some people are disconnected with who they really are. And because of this, they struggle a lot, they go through a lot of issues, because there's always this gap in between who they really are. So I designed the last class because I think that among all the things you can learn to improve yourself, they are very important, of course. But then again, if you're not in touch with yourself, how can, in other words, if you don't know where are you in the first place, how do you know where you have to go? So it's I put it as the last class. First of all, because it's extremely personal, obviously. In fact, it's quite challenging to work with many people in this class, but I came up with some interesting activities. And you will see two of them now. There are, I think, as I said, I never tried these two as well, but I don't know what's going to happen. The last one is the one that came up yesterday, which yesterday I came up with this idea. And I rushed today to prepare it. I'm very curious to see what is going to happen. Oh, sorry, no, is this where we are now? No, this is the other one. Yeah, this is the other one. I heard somewhere, or I think I read somewhere, it doesn't matter, that you should never listen to other people, what they say about you, because people are very easy at telling you what you are, who you are, what you should do, and so on. The reason is very simple. It's kind of easy to tell someone else who you should be, to point out who the other person is, because it's something that is extremely visible from outside. But being yourself is complicated because it's something so abstract and so intimate that we don't really see it in front of our eyes most of the time. And most of the time, we are focused on something outside of us. I just came back from a meditation retreat, so I had a week where I was completely removed from my life, which was great. But it's not normal. In my real life, I don't have this kind of luxury, so to speak, to be removed from everything and just focus on myself. We don't have that kind of budget most of the time. And my point is that we are something. Okay? Whoever you are something. And you are special, you are yourself. There's no one else like you, there's no one else that kind of experience. Unfortunately, we are constantly surrounded by, unless some of you live, I don't know, in the middle of nowhere alone, especially if you live in a city, you are constantly surrounded by people that are just waiting to tell you who you are, what you should do, and how you should live your life. They're just waiting for it. And this idea of how other people see you made me think. And I was like, okay, let's do a game about this. Let's make it like real. So what we're gonna do now is to do a face-to-face portrait. So what we have to do now is to team up with somebody else. Choose your partner well. And you have to do a simultaneous portrait of the other person. But be nice, okay? What you're gonna do is to draw the other person, and then you're gonna give the other person as a gift the portrait of that person. You can sign it as well. Just face to face, draw the other person the way you see it. I know that most of you are strangers, so it's gonna be even more fun. So pick a person, face to face. Remember, you have to give the paper to the other person, so make sure that you can tear it out and give it to the other person. Come on, it's not that. Don't do that, friends. Could be worse. Could be worse. You have to. No. The fun thing is you have to draw simultaneously. We don't have that kind of time. Simultaneously. You look at each other and you draw each other. I'm going to do it with me. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to do it with me time. Are you going to do it?
Yes.
Did you find someone? Okay. Do your best to be nice to the other person. Well, it's an interpretation of you. Make sure that you sign it, okay? Are you drawing me? I know. You get an interpretation of the face of another person, like Picasso. It's the way you see her in your own personal way. So nobody's judging anybody. If this is the way you see her, well, I guess that's it. I didn't ask you to be an artist and draw.
Trying to be good.
Yeah. She's getting better and better. So I want you to picture this in your head while you're drawing. That imagine all the people that you know. Let's say that you know 100 people. And imagine all of them sitting around you, looking at you, and drawing a portrait of you. What do you think is going to happen? There will not be two people drawing the same thing. Every single portrait is going to be different. And that's kind of true of how people see us, I guess. But you are one still. Wow, you're doing it. Very geometric. what you're saying? She's focusing very much on the lips. Oh yeah, now I get why. Yeah. What are you drawing? Oh yeah, it's exactly the same. What are you drawing? Him. What are you drawing? What? You have to draw somebody. Just pick one. Randomly. Someone's gonna get to. Let me see how I do it. Is that me? Oh, maybe that's what I'm sorry. What is that? It's her. It's kind of nice.
Okay, I think we're good.
Make sure that you sign it and you give it to her as a gift.
I'm not, this look like a woman, right? It's it.
Who is that? Not you, sir. Oh, it's her? Obviously. You have any guys? Make sure that you sign it. It's a gift. It's a gift. You don't go home tonight very happy. Very happy. That's hard. Okay. A ball of energy. The sun. No, I know. I'm saying it was a metaphor.
That's the easiest one.
Please sign and exchange little gifts. Make sure that you post it on Facebook. Come on. Post it on Facebook, let people see what happened tonight. Oh, I get one as well. Thank you. I'm impressed. See, drawing classes. See? So, this is an advice for the big guys, okay? Not for you. For you, it's too soon yet. But this could be a very interesting game if you go out with the other dates, first time, you don't know each other, and you want to break the ice, you know what I mean? Hey, maybe the conversation is not really working, you know, it's not much conversation. They're like, hey, shall we do a game? You know, and you draw me, and I draw you. I am not joking. Because when you draw somebody, you really have to pay attention to the other person. They're gonna really see the other person. This is advice. This is a good dating game. Right? job. Your drawing is pretty cool. Of course, you can get lucky. Yeah. You can get lucky. So, all right, for the last one. All right, let's move to the last activity of the day. This activity came to me yesterday while I was working. I got this idea and I started laughing. And I thought it was a good way to close the class today. So, one part of the Be Yourself class is about defining yourself. You cannot be yourself if you don't understand who you are. That's the starting point. And to understand who you are, one good way to do so is to define how are you different. What makes you you? Okay? This is one game that you can do on your own time, of course. Today, we're going to do a version slightly different from the one I prepared for class. It works like this. We have to make two very big teams, okay, two huge teams, kind of competing with each other. And we have to choose, each team has to choose one volunteer. Volunteer, one person will represent the team, basically. So what you're going to do is to write on this post-it one thing that makes you you, that makes that you are different. How are you different? Write one thing that makes you you. So you don't have to write a name, don't worry about that. So you write it on the post-it, and then one person will stand here, and you will cover the person with the post-it. The person will represent, basically, the whole team. Are we ready? So let's form two equal teams, and let's choose. You have to cover it, you have to stick the post-it on the person. So it will be covered with post-it. Yeah. The first thing you need to do is to write the first thing. The first thing you need to do is to choose one person for each team. So they will stand here, and everybody will write on the post-it, come here, and stick it on it. So you have to cover the whole person. You can turn around the person as well, put the post-it wherever you want to. So let's form the teams first. Okay, yeah, let's. You're right in the middle, so you have to choose which side are you. So I give to you the post-it. Everybody has to write. Of course, what you write is about yourself. Okay, you have to think about how are you different, what makes you you, whatever that is. It can be a physical thing, it can be your character, it can be something you do. Doesn't matter what it is. One for each person. And that way, but let's pick and choose the volunteer. Who wants to be the post-it man or woman? We need one person from here, one person from here. She's not really into it.
You're right there.
So, you wait. All right. You should be the first one that writes. So I'm gonna put the post-it here. You can write yours, put it on yourself, and you can start. So, okay, can you come here, please? So what we're gonna do is pass around the post-it, write down, and then come to her, and you will be covered with post-it very soon. Good. Done. So you can stand here. You will receive a lot of love, and your personality is going to change a little bit now. Remember, this is you have to write one thing about yourself that makes you you. You got a good one. Just spread it around different areas. So she's getting multiple personalities right now.
Wait,
So,
no.
no, this is not yours.
Don't touch.
I guess it's another good dating game, right? It's about it. How are you crazy? You asked me, how are you crazy? Just make a list. No. What are the other two? Of course, we need to take pictures of that when we're done. So this is going to be a new Facebook profile picture. It's good, actually.
I walked past this lady and then.
Relax, okay? I think it's fine. Just post it. You look
But
up.
because I saw the back, and then I'm like, oh, this house, I was waiting for the banana thing, just to the side. But then I saw the baby doing the back.
Weird thought. No word, weird thought. Carla, I'm reading one here. It's written, obsessed with plastic pollution. It reminds me of somebody, I'm not saying who. See, but then weirdo. You know, weirdo. I stay positive. Unconditional love. Wow. A country city girl. Get one on the back as well. Living genius. Wow. Very humble as well. Never give up. Goddess of law. Is this you?
Well, I'm gonna say no, but I didn't write that.
Changes hobby every 3 or 4 months. Free spirit, yet old school. Sober. Okay, you have to stay here for 2 hours now. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. So, there's a version of this game, actually, like I said, I came up with this yesterday. It will be actually nicer to ask people to write as many as they can and just convert them and post it literally. To the point you don't see them anymore. They are full of all these things that make other people different. There's actually a very nice game that I designed for this class related to this. I'm going to tell you what it is because it's not the class. All right, this book, what time is it?
8:48.
Wow. Not bad. I'm only 48 minutes late, but yeah. We are pretty much done. We covered all 4 topics, and yeah, this is it. Now, I'm pretty sure that you different people will be interested in different classes. You have all the information. If you want to join, you can tell me now. You can join later. We will post the events on the how to stay creative one by one. You can join it. The class is 600 baht each, or you can buy the whole package. And it's like 2,000 baht 4 classes. So there are 20 seats, so it's limited to 20 people. Tonight I got as many people as I could because it's to present them, but when we do the actual classes, I want to keep it smaller, so there's more discussion, more interaction. We should take a group picture. I know, but we have to. Just as a memory of tonight. So we can use the blackboard as our background. So please come.